Hello and welcome back to Gas Beauty Tabletop Football, where I've nicked up here very quickly. I've actually been doing some stuff for my other channel, which is nothing to do with Subutio, so I'm covered in woodland attire and whatnot. But anyway, we've nipped in here because we've had a question. We've had a question from SMC01ful. I'm going to assume you're a bloke, so I'm going to say hello. All right, mate? Hello. You asked the question about security fencing. Now, what he asked was this: where did I get all this from and what's it all about? Now, basically, when I built this, what I wanted to do was have an away end and sort of replicate what away ends look like. So I put this security fencing dividing the blue and white terrace from this horrible away end where all these red and green people are. Should we have a look at it first? Let's have a bit of a close-up. So that's the away end, filled with all sorts of horrors. And this is what we're talking about, the security fencing dividing the two. Look at all them stewards there doing a brilliant job of dividing the opposing fans. If I move the camera around, you can see it that side as well. Obviously the spikes are leaning into the away side because that's just the way it is. Right, now, anyway, why was our friend SMC01ful asking this question? I don't know really why he asked. Perhaps he's building a little terrace. Let me just put you in place there so you can have a good look at it. But he wanted to know what it was, like how I built it and whatnot. Well, it's very simple, really. It's a part of the official Subutio crowd barrier, which is reference... I haven't actually got the box. I think it's reference C170. If I got that right, that is awesome. Right, let me straighten the camera now. So let's say C170 crowd barrier. I think that's what it's called. And what it looks like is this. It's very, English, late 1970s, early 1980s crowd dividing barrier that stops fans running on the pitch, etc. And it's very useful for doing bits of fencing. So you could put it in the front like that. But this is what it comes like. It looks like this. Excuse my dirty hands. I was painting a woodland toilet earlier. So this comes in a set. Now, these come in a set of, I'm not too sure how many's in there, 24 or something like that. It's like a box you can get with them in. I don't know why I'm carrying that around. I better put that there so you can have a look at it. So yeah, you get a box of them, and then what I did, I didn't buy a box of them because I don't know why, but they're really, really expensive. I had a quick look online, just to see if I could see some before I came on this video, and I saw a box of them that was like 44 quid for a box of like 24. And that just seems extortionate for me. I mean, imagine that. That's basically like 2 quid for one piece like that. I didn't buy anything like that. I didn't buy the box. I haven't got a box for them. What I bought is I went on eBay and someone was selling like about 10 pieces of it, 10 sections. And it was a hell of a lot cheaper than 44 quid for 24. I can't remember how much they were, but they certainly were 2 quid each. And I think I've got 10 of them. I might actually have less than that. Wait there, how many have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I used about 3 on here. So anyway, when they came, say I bought 8 of them, and it cost, say, about 10 or 12 quid. I kept the good ones that look like that, and I used them in front of the other terrace. And there were a couple, let's say there was a few of them, there was 3 of them that were a bit warped up. I don't know if that had happened over the years or it happened in the postage, but they were all sort of twisted and a bit deformed. And I thought, well, I can't use them because they weren't sort of straight like that. So I decided to cut them and then use them for on the step terrace, on the terrace. So basically all I did was, I'm going to have to move the camera to show you now. Look at that. It's like a day out of Rovers. Camera's going to fall over, so the legs are gone wonky. Hang on. Excuse the jiggling there while I just secure you. There you go. So as you can see there, all I did was cut a section of this out and then chipped away at the bars until it fitted in with the steps. and then when the top sort of rung of it hit a step, I started again basically and super glued it on. That's just all super glued on, and I carried on all the way up to the top. So that's what it is. It is the C170 crowd barrier, which is readily available if you hunt around for it, but rather surprisingly quite expensive. I don't know why this is very expensive, but that's the way it is. Now, if you were looking for some and you didn't want to pay the expensive versions, there are, if you hunt around, quite a lot of like railway models and people that 3D print that will print this sort of thing for you. They'll make it won't look exactly the same, but you know, you get the similar sort of thing and you can mess around with it. And I've got it must be cheaper than to buy this stuff straight off. So if you want any for that, have a look there. I mean, honestly, my first advice would be look for sort of railway stuff, double O scale railway stuff, because they've got awesome bits of fencing that you can do. And if you're only using a short bit like this, I mean, you only need like sort of 2 or 3 pieces, then crack on with that, innit? Anyway, that was it really. So SMC01ful, thanks for watching the channel and subscribing and asking the question. Hopefully that answered that in full. If you've got any more questions, put them in the comments and I'll see if I can answer them. Anyway, until next time, up the gas. Rovers are away this weekend. I wonder how we're going to get on. Wish you could see my face when I said that. Anyway, laters.